Hi, this is Jennifer Claywell, and I'm going to be investigating 3B. How does track length of a roller coaster vary? And the first thing it kind of asked us to investigate was, is there a difference of track lengths between roller coasters that are inverted or not? So if I go over to CODAP, I am choosing to look at track length. So just my initial reaction from seeing this is that there's not really there it is kind of an average. We can see that the mean and median are relatively close to each other of around 3,000 feet. So that's just interesting to see. And then if I look at it, asks introverted, not introverted, or inversion, not inversion, so it flips or not. If I divide it by that, my gut reaction is that if the no inversion do tend to be a little bit, a lot of the longer ones are not inversion or no flip or no inversion, and the shorter ones, some of them have an inversion, but most of them do not. So it makes sense if you have an inversion that requires more track. So that idea makes sense to me. The next question it kind of asked about was age and how that affects it. So if I look at that, oh, sorry. There we go. So if I look at it by age, my older one is actually the max and the min. Some of them are clustered in the middle. My recent has a spectrum as well, a lot of them around the middle. And then my newest are some of the longer ones, if I think of it as a lot of them are a little bit higher than my medium, but not too far off. So this leads me to my last question. So my last question was about what I can expect from oldest, recent, and newest in terms of track length. So I'm going to go ahead and add an attribute over here. And I can manage that formula. I'm going to take the mean of the length sorted by age group. And if I apply that, I can see that my older have the shortest track length. My recent have the middle. The mean is the average compared to, the mean is the middle. Sorry, the mean of the recent roller coasters is in between the mean of the newest and oldest, and then the oldest has the highest mean of 3,600. So if I were to ride a roller coaster before 1980, I could expect it to be around 2,700 feet, and if I were to do a recent one, it would be 3,600 feet. So that kind of helps me think about how age affects it. I am still trying to kind of answer the question, how does track length of the roller coasters vary? So the last thing that I just personally want to look at is how the type affects that. So I'm going to remove age group, and I'm going to try to see how the type affects that. and it's a little scattered. There we can probably tell the wooden are a little bit longer, which doesn't surprise me. I also want to see how the design affects that. Oh, 1 second. So the sit down ones you can see here are definitely the longer one, which is interesting to see, but not necessarily surprising. So this is my investigation. I actually want to do one more, just how drop affects how drop in length coordinate. So it's relatively linear. So as your length increases, your drop increases, which is interesting to see. So this is my investigation on how the track length of roller coasters vary.